Have you ever started something with a lot of excitement? A new routine, a new goal, a new habit, a new dream, but eventually you've lost momentum. Now, not because you did not care, not because you were not capable of doing that particular thing, but because life got busy, your motivation somewhere faded, and your energy, well, it disappeared. What if the real transformation is not starting more and more things, but becoming the woman who knows how to finish those things? Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today's topic is powerful, practical, and deeply transformational because it's about becoming the woman who knows how to finish what she starts. Because starting anything is very easy. Initially, you're always motivated, but finishing, that requires identity. Many women struggle with consistency not because they are lazy, not because they cannot do it, but because they have not built that identity for themselves of someone who knows how to finish things. And every time you abandon something important to you, a small crack forms in your self-trust also. And self-trust, well, it's not something that you have to wait for. It's something you can build through completion. Once you know how to complete things that you start trusting yourself once again. So today, let's explore how to become this person who honors her intentions and finishes whatever she begins. These are the 5 steps to becoming the woman who finishes whatever she starts. Firstly, and most importantly, don't start too many things at one go. Start with a few things, but start everything with intention. Many women overwhelm themselves with too many goals that I have to do this, I have to do this. So there are new habits, new projects, new routines, everything coming, all together, and then it just overwhelms you. When everything feels urgent, nothing will get finished. So choose fewer things, choose fewer commitments, but treat all these with seriousness. The minute you start choosing very few things, you will be able to focus on them. And remember, completion begins with focus. The minute you focus on things, you're able to complete them. Secondly, stop relying on motivation. Okay, fine, you need motivation, but motivation is very temporary. Because every day for us is different. Someday you will feel really inspired. Someday you will feel really down in the dumps. The woman who finishes whatever she starts does not wait for motivation, does not rely on motivation. She relies on structure. Small daily actions build momentum even when the enthusiasm is kind of disappearing for you. So consistency beats intensity. You have to keep going. So keep taking those small, minute steps. Keep taking that daily action. Number 3, break all your goals into small, measurable, doable steps. Big goals are always overwhelming. Your brain will always look for an escape the minute you only see the big goal. Because that is also far-fetched. That big goal will always be really far and you will be like, oh my God, this is going to take time. But the minute you break that goal into small, doable, measurable, actionable steps, your brain will also be motivated. Okay, so instead of saying, I need to transform my entire life and this is what I have to do, ask yourself, what is the next small step that I can complete today? Let me begin with something small. Completion builds confidence. Every time you achieve a small, minute goal, the small step you've taken and you celebrate that step, confidence will just multiply. Because confidence fuels further action and you will be able to then take further action and move on to the next step. Number 4, keep promises to yourself. Every time you say you will do something and you don't do it, your mind notices. And over time, your subconscious stops to trust your own word because you're used to it, saying, oh, I'm going to do it, and then you don't. So that's what you've trained your subconscious mind to believe, that, okay, whatever you're saying, you're not going to do it. But when you follow through, on even small commitments, you start to rebuild that trust. Self-confidence is simply the result of keeping promises to yourself. Every time you promise yourself something, please honor it. Stick to that promise. Number 5, celebrate completion, not perfection. Not many women do this, and most of them abandon goals because they want them to look perfect. Oh, I haven't done this properly. That will only, delay your progress. Completion is the real victory. Finished work, which may not be perfect, is far more powerful than perfect work which has not begun. Correct? So if you take action and if you do something, even if you're not perfect at it, it's fine because you're still moving ahead. And that's far better than not starting at all only because you're waiting for perfection to come and happen. And remember, I always say this, and I've said this, if you're regular with me, you also would have, now been hearing me say this time and again. Perfection is a word born out of imperfection, and only when you do things being imperfect will you know how to improve and make them perfect. Every finished task strengthens your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through. So, my beautiful soul, becoming the woman who finishes whatever she starts is not about, being rigid or being stubborn or being an extreme. It's about being reliable to yourself. Because when you trust your own word, everything changes. Your confidence grows, your discipline strengthens, your dreams, they start to move forward. And slowly, the life you've always imagined actually begins to take shape. So if this episode resonated with you, like, comment, share it with somebody who needs to hear this today. And don't forget to subscribe to the Flight to Fulfillment podcast, either on YouTube or Spotify or Apple or Substack, wherever you're more comfortable, so that you don't miss out on a single dose of inspiration coming your way. And if you are ready to build that consistency, clarity, and self-led confidence, and you need a lot of hand-holding, just come and join us in our Freedom Divas Hub, because that's a community where we as women support other women and we help each other become the best versions of ourselves. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off, but asking you to stay committed to your growth. Honor your word, honor yourself, and remember, every small completion builds the life you desire. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.